hold on.
Let's go, Derek. Let's go, Derek.
My name is Derek, and I've learned that there is a difference between being someone who runs and someone who trains like a runner. For 3 years, I have been running casually. I've been running with friends. I've been going to my local half marathons and having a blast with running. I love running because growing up, my grandfather was a runner, and I always had a reference of him. People would tell me stories about how they would see him running over the bridge to work, or they would see him running in the neighborhood. I remember his medals, and I remember the stories that my dad or my aunties would tell me about him. And for me, I didn't really have an expectation of myself that I would start running and be like him. But I did realize really quickly that I loved running. Like I think a lot of people are finding out now, running is just like a really great way to clear your head. It's a really great way to build community. But by nature, I'm a pretty competitive person. Eventually, after signing up for half marathon after half marathon, I got tired of not getting better. And last year, I signed up for my first full marathon. That was a learning experience. I ran the BMO Vancouver Marathon. It was gorgeous. The crowd was so exciting. It was so much fun, but the marathon taught me a lot of lessons. And the main lesson it taught me was that I was not ready for it. So this year, I've decided that I'm going to chase my grandfather's time. He ran a 2:47 marathon, and my whole life, I've known I wanted to hit that number or beat that number. But this year, to chase that number, I have set up a 27-week block, which is by any means super aggressive. Most marathon runners only run about 16-week blocks at max when they're training for a marathon. This 27-week block is all pushing towards Eugene. Eugene is in Oregon. It's also known as Tracktown, USA, and it's a really exciting place to be pushing for a really aggressive goal. My last time in the Vancouver Marathon was 3:11, and I left that race feeling like I could not have run any harder. This year I'm aiming for 2:46, which means I'm looking to drop over 20 minutes off my time. This series is gonna follow me for 27 weeks while I push harder than I've ever pushed before. And I do that while I try to balance things like my life or my friendships or community. I wanna make this series because it's actually series like these that help me plan this whole thing out. That 27-week block is gonna happen here in Winnipeg, Manitoba, the city that I grew up in and the city I live in. It's also one of the coldest cities on Earth. 27 weeks comes with a lot of risks. Risks of failure, risks of injury, and risks of fatigue. All of that is going to be stacked on top of ice, snow, and temperatures as low as -50. The building blocks of this training block are going to be threshold workouts, which is pushing speed faster in increments, track work to try to even push that speed further than traditional training plans would take it, shorter, more speed, and then long distance runs with marathon pace built in. I'm going to be pushing my body further than I've ever pushed it before, capping out at a weekly mileage of about 130 kilometers a week. And then I'm going to try to maintain that until about 2 weeks before Eugene on April 26th.
All right, we're on the hunt for Kyle. Kyle's shooting content. Big day, we rented a fat bike. We're gonna take it on the river. But it is a mystery for this man to find this place. Holy shit. I did not think. Oh, actually, I think I just saw him. Look at that, I beat him. Let's get the pull-up shot. Ooh, all black, I love it. Great minds think alike. Good thing it's a long run today. We just packed on a free 5K. Found that one in the bargain bin. Kyle, my man! Oh, tell me you have gloves.
Fuck. Oh, God. I forgot this was a workout.
You have gloves, right?
I did, but I've lost one of them.
You were where?
I don't know.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
Bro.
I got hand warmers.
Okay. Do you want me to go get you gloves?
No, I'm good. I've been riding around enough where they've gotten way warmed up at this point.
Okay. If anyone's wondering what it's like to train for a marathon in winter in Winnipeg, it's kind of like this. The cool thing about Winnipeg is it's so cold here. It gets down to minus 51. So on days when it's like minus 8 Celsius for my American friends, everybody just comes outside and it comes alive. There's so many people on the river trail. It's a really great place to run. Tons of fun. Yeah, just out enjoying the day. So today is a slow run day. We've done some film on the track. Track is a pretty unconventional training method for marathons, but what is not unconventional are the slow days. A lot of people, when they get competitive, they're pushed to really go hard all the time, never stop. And the truth is a lot of people will tell me that they think I'm overtraining right now. But for anyone who follows running content, you'll know, like, my numbers are pretty baseline. They're kind of on the floor. But instead of taking rest days, you kind of rest on your feet. You make sure that you're not overexerting yourself. You're putting the mileage on. Usually that means low zone 2. So on the other days, you can go fast. What I'm doing unconventionally in my training block that a lot of people don't do is I've thrown track work in. So I have 3 days where I'm essentially training marathon pace or faster, which makes today a day where things are slow and things are chill. Super important. Good? Hell yeah. Quickest way down, right? We can try it. How close can I get?
Yeah, right.
Man, we gotta get you a car wash too.
I know. I know.
Ours no better. Yeah, it is. I got it washed last week.
You want to go a little bit in front of them?
Always bringing me down to earth.
Let's go, Derek.